Hello YouTube and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Medieval Dynasty and we're going to be doing a resource gathering guide. I'm going to show you how and where to find each resource. I know this can take a long time and the in-game descriptions don't really give it all to you, so we're just going to break it down. And we're going to start with the easiest ones and move on from there. So, the first resource that most people are going to find out about is sticks. Sticks can be found in a variety of ways, basically three I think. You can either find them laying on the ground already, you can find them in branches like this, or you can cut down trees, and when you go to limb the tree, you'll get a whole bunch of sticks dropped in your inventory. So sticks are very important for building tools, for making houses. All the early levels of the house are basically walled entirely with sticks, and you're going to use them for stuff throughout the game, so that's definitely an important one to find. I find the quickest way is to go around and find these small saplings and gather those. In fact, it's not just I find it, it is definitely the quickest way. So that's how you get sticks. The next resource you're probably going to come across early is rocks, and honestly, one of the quickest ways, especially early game, to get them is just running around and picking them up. Now, if you're in an area like this, you may not find many. Then again, you'll usually find enough if you look around long enough. Another way to go about it is to have a pickaxe, which of course you have to get first, but then when you do that, you just mine any that you find, and you'll get stone. Now, you might find limestone, which can be used for different things, or you'll just find rocks, which are going to be stones. So that's honestly how you find stones. Best ways to go about it, because, you know, not all areas are created equally. In fact, this area is one of the worst areas. Up in the woods, if we are in the map here, this cluster here, you can't spit without hitting 20 stones. So that's definitely the way to go for stone. As far as logs go, which are the other wood type, it's really self-explanatory. I'll show you anyway, though. You're going to want to cut down a tree, really any tree. Once you do that, it'll fall, and you'll see another resource get dropped. Feathers. This is one of many ways to get feathers, but honestly, for most of the game, it's going to be one of the most common ways that you do it. And it'll drop between 1 and 3 clusters. Then you hit it and limit. We got 6 sticks, so that's, like I said, the sticks when you're limbing it. Hit it again, and this was a big maple tree, so those are the best ways to get, you know, lots of logs. And you get 4 logs. That's a full-grown tree. And then you can use those to craft lots of things. Again, these are going to be your basic building block material for any buildings you have to build. Walls, once you're building them like this. Most tools you have to use logs for, not sticks. So that's definitely a super important building resource. So let's move on to the next. So the next early game resource that you're going to need quite a bit, whether it's for making straw hats, simple torches, or thatching the roofs of your house, is going to be straw. And early on, the easiest way you're going to get this is by coming down to the river in various locations, but right next to the starting town, there's a great big patch of it. And it's not the cattails, it's this little stuff, the reeds. So you pick that. We'll just grab a couple of handfuls. And Bob's your uncle, we got 14 straw. So that's honestly as easy as that gets. Now, once you get later in the game, you'll never need to come here to get reeds, because if you farm anything and grow any type of grain, which is, I believe, oats, wheat, or rye, you'll get straw for thrashing it, and so you'll have more straw than you know what to do with. So that's definitely one that you really only need to come down to the river to collect it early game. Once you start farming, you're going to have so much of it you don't know what to do with it. So let's move on to the next resource. So the next resource you can gather is clay. And as you can see, we've got clay deposits right here. You need a shovel to do it, to dig it up, which is not hard to get. You can buy them, steal them, or craft them very early in the game because they're not expensive. I just don't have one on me right now. I'll show you where this is on the map because there's only a few spots I found with real good clay deposits, but I think most of these areas that have brown on the map have some in them. But as you, I was about to say, but as you can see, here's that main town of Gostovia. That's where I am now. So yeah, this is what clay looks like. So you just got to find these deposits and mine it. Another way late game is when you build one of the mines. If you build it in an area with clay, it will automatically dump clay into your storage in the town. So yes, that's clay. It's real simple. You only use it for a few things, so especially early game you won't need it, but that's how you get it. So the next important resource is actually going to be kind of a multi-tool one. So you can see here we have a cave. And this is really the only place that I've found so far in the game where you can get iron. Now, there are multiple caves in the game, but this is the one I'm currently using. It's right here on the map. You can see, here's Gostovia, here's the, like, unstuck point. It's right over here, so it's pretty close to all your main stuff. But there's multiple caves, so, you know, you can go to any of them. And really, you just have to crack open one of these rock deposits, and you'll find our last resources. So again, this is a great way to get rocks once you've got a pickaxe. You know, otherwise you're gonna go to resort to have to pick them up all over the ground. But you also get iron, and you also get salt, but salt's not a building resource. So that's how you get iron. I haven't found any other way to get iron, and that one's going to be more important mid to late game, because it's, you know, you make iron tools with it. And so once you've got your first pickaxe and you're able to start mining iron, you can make yourself iron axes, pickaxes, skinning knives, iron-tipped arrows, eventually crossbows, all sorts of things. So that's going to be a mid to late game resource, but it's definitely one that eventually you're going to need. So that's how you get it. And so for our last building resource that we're going to be talking about, you actually need to build a building, which is the barn, which should be one of the earlier buildings you're building, so it shouldn't take too long to get it. But once you have it, you have to go to this table inside here, the barn workbench, and it's going to be DAUB. You can also make animal feed. But DAUB is made by clay, mixing clay and straw, and that's something that you're going to use to upgrade walls on your buildings. So it's going to be an important resource at one point in the game. It took me a while to figure out how to make this one, so I figured I'd include it, even though I haven't yet used it. But yeah, so you're going to want to dig your clay out of your pits, and then get your straw, either by picking reeds or, like I said, farming. And then you'll have DAUB, which you can use to upgrade various buildings. But yeah, that's basically all of the building resources in the game. There's other minor resources that you'll find, but those are what you're going to need to make all of your tools and all of your buildings and furniture and all that sort of stuff. So now you should know how and basically where to find everything. So I hope this guide was useful, but I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.